worlds from nothing and turn pixels to power.
They move like a boss, no controller required. Turn the block to high rule, every move inspired. Every coin got a purpose, every flip got weight. Ain't no shortcuts here, ain't no walk to escape. Red shell for the ops, green light on the go. Talk slick like Luigi, they just move too slow. Ghibli vision, let the paper stack high like the clouds. Now it's castles in the sky when the plans pan out. Local nerd, that's the gang, whole team got goals. Turn a 1 up to a milli, let the numbers unfold. Play the game with no save, now the legacy set. Ain't no reset button, just respect on a check.
They roll the dice, but we don't play fair. Every move we make, they stop and stare. They pray for luck, but we make the game. Local nerd, yeah, they know the name.
Welcome to Cash Cow. I don't know what to call this now. Thank you.
Turn a stack to a tower, not a skyline rich. Ain't no piece out of place, every play been set. Told him watch where you step, that's a chain effect. Infinity stones in his pockets, mind sharp like Stark. Put the game in his suit, now it glow in the dark. Ain't no hero in this world that could write his end. Told him if you build like Thanos, gotta lose some friends. Every flip got a plan, every set got weight. Told him Lego my ego, every block holds stakes. Ain't no marvel at the grind, just a wave finesse. Turn the end game credits to his own success.
Stack the bricks, set the throne, we built this here. Heroes rise, villains fall, we show no fear. Lay the pieces down, watch the vision grow. Local nerd now, the world gon' know.
Glammy move like a summoner, hand raised in the air. Caught a storm like Rama, leave him stuck in despair. Ain't no phoenix down for 'em when they run out of breath. Only question that remains, do they fight or they rest? Final Fantasy grind, every guild gets flipped. Turn the Midgard slums to a Wall Street script. Ain't no Shinra contracts keeping it down. Every step got precision, ain't no lost and found. Foot clan tactics, how a squad moves stealth. Either ride with the turtles or you fight yourself. When the beat drop low, know the magic take hold. This ain't RPG talk, just the way life's told.
They roll the dice, but we don't play fair. Every move we make, they stop and stare. They pray for luck, but we make the game. Local nerd, yeah, they know the name.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Local Nerds. I am your host, Zayzooted, and today we've got a very fun show planned for you guys. We are going to be doing some predictions for the LCU. There wasn't much happening as far as yesterday, but we have a lot to say about what we think of what's going on after Fat Camp. So, stay tuned, and I'm going to bring in Mr. Eric, and we'll get started for you guys. Hello, how are you doing, Eric?
The curse of getting snacks right before the show. Oh, I swear. Boogie's gonna be real mad at me because I just got myself some Doritos.
Did Boogie say you're not allowed to eat Doritos?
No, I'm just doing that just to piss him off.
Oh, okay. So...
I'm not eating it right now. I'm just,
How were the Doritos?
They're fine.
That sounded like you don't even like them, Eric.
I do. It's just, I really don't get the hype with the and when it comes to gaming shit. Yeah,
You know, fair. I don't know where the Mountain Dew Dorito thing started, but hey, it's a weird combination.
Really, such a weird combination. I swear.
Also, first and foremost, already somebody who said we want Glammy. Glammy is not going to be back until April 1st, I believe.
Hopefully, maybe.
Yes. So she should be back April 1st is when you guys will be seeing Glammy next. I think that's Tuesday. So it's just going to be me and Eric for a little bit.
Yeah, so you guys are going to see what type of shenanigans we find ourselves into.
Yeah, how are you feeling about it being us two doing the show for the next few days?
Hey, I get to finally have a voice in this show. Oh, like, every time I might try to do, speaking, I kept getting interrupted.
Well, hopefully, I know, she's only gone for a few days, but we'll see. When she comes back, hopefully things are good. I know we left off on a very, very rough note on our last show, and then it was her wedding. So it's going to be really hard to say how things are going to be on Tuesday, but we'll see.
Yeah, again, that's if she appears on Tuesday's show.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. I just with way how she's been lately with nerds is just something tells me something's bound to happen one way or another.
Okay, I feel like we should explain this to the audience a bit. They're probably like, what does he mean? Okay, so what do you mean, like, how she's been with nerds?
Just, like last at stream where she was going off on our donos and our supporters.
Yeah, that did rub me the wrong way. Also, going off on Mono Armad was not really a good move, but...
Yeah, that really isn't. But, it's just... I think it's just the whole Fat Camp kind of drained everybody.
Yeah, I feel like tensions were high, so we'll see. Maybe not being a Fat Camp will make things, like, a little more resolved between everybody on Nerds, but I don't know. Things have been very interesting, both on and off camera.
Yep.
Oh, and I...
A lot of crazy
Sorry.
Let's say lots of crazy shit went down in Fat Camp.
A lot of crazy shit, in fact. Yeah, ridiculous. I do also want to answer you guys who are saying, what about the Eric dating show today? We had to reschedule because one of our candidates had to cancel, and then the other one had to postpone. So we're down 2, so we only had 1 solid for today. So we want to make sure we at least have 3 to do it. So we're going to aim for next Friday. So if you guys are interested in being on the show and you're free next Friday or can make arrangements for next Friday, we'll be doing the Eric dating show. We will have more than 3 contestants if they're available. We just need to have a minimum of 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great show.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be very fun. That sounded fairly, how to word it, snaky, Eric, trying to push her out because she crashed out.
Okay, it's not really a snake, it's just, going with how she acted towards me specifically, it's just like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was a comment, by the way. That was not me. I should have said that first.
God damn.
Yeah, let's not be saying that. Yeah, that was Broken Possum in the comments. He said snaky might have not been the right word, but I can't think right now. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's been little troubles since a little bit before Fat Camp, so it's kind of hard to say, where things are going to end up with all that, but, that's part of what today's going to be.
Yeah. That's what I'll...
What were you saying? Sorry, my bad.
Nah, I was going to let you continue.
Oh, I was going to say, well, we're going to be doing some predictions for you guys today. We are going to be going through and, talking about pretty much everybody, every show, and we're going to be giving out our thoughts and opinions and predictions on pretty much everything. Who we think's getting canned, if we think anyone's going to be getting hired, if we think any shows are going to be getting canned, all of that good stuff. So,
if any of you got, I say nerds, we won't ever forgive you, JK.
No, he's right. We won't ever forgive you. So, what show would you like to start with, Eric?
I don't know. There's like a whole lot of stuff that's been going on. I really don't want to say any negative, but I don't know. Like, Test has been really on the brim.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one to start with. Okay, so do you think that Test is gonna make it through 2025?
I think Grimm is still gonna be sticking around for Test, but after her nightmare basically being rehired and all, I don't think it's gonna be like. I think it's just gonna go back to how it's supposed to be. Like testing different shows, the ideas for them, and see if they work.
That's interesting. So you think it'll just be? Do you think it'll be both of them on the show, or do you think it'll just be Grimm in the long run?
I think it'll just be Grimm because I like And like he has a place in the LCU. It's just as the circumstances he surrounds himself in. It's just really terrible.
Welcome to Band World, buddy. Welcome to Band World, buddy.
Also, thank you, the Gamers Asylum, for gifting 5 Lil Count Nerds memberships. If we do get to 30 members today, I'll be doing a paint stream for you guys on Sunday. Not sure if you guys are interested in that or not, so just throwing it out there. Yeah, I don't know. My thing with Test is I felt like the initial plan for the show, well, because first off, it started as Court, so they had that little boost there. But then they switched it over to Test, and then I thought the initial plan for the show was to be testing out shows. But then I do see a fall with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only going to be so many ideas from the audience. So I felt like by making it an everyday show, that was making things hard for them. What do you think?
Like, maybe it should be like a once a week type of show if somebody has like a really decent idea. Or if some shows are going to get rebooted in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would the new reboot work? Like, it's sort of like with Milkers.
Well, what do you think that... Okay, so, yeah, Milkers did get a full reboot. So if Test got a reboot, what kind of reboot? Do you think it'd be an entirely different show, or do you think they would keep it as Test, but it'd be something else? Because I know both Milkers got a reboot, technically. Madhouse used to be Tech Talk. Even Test has already been rebooted once, because it was once Court, and now it is Test. What do you think? I don't know. I'm like torn on Test. Like, I feel like Test could be one of those shows that like gets canned entirely, but I also feel like it could stick around for the ability of just being malleable and easily changeable into something else.
Yeah, I do agree. It's just that the initial idea of Test is there. It's just they need to. It's just need to be like a once a week type of show. Oh, to where if someone has a good idea for the locale, like conspiracy theory, that's like a really decent idea that they have nobody be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think Madhouse is kind of like similar to that.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, conspiracy theories would have been a good show on its own, but yeah, Madhouse definitely took the helm of being conspiracy theory. So it was an interesting name choosing Madhouse. I felt like that's the one thing, I don't get Madhouse's name. That's my one critique on Madhouse. I don't think the show is bad, but I don't think that their name fits. What do you think?
Locale theory should be what it is.
To be honest, I feel like that is the main content of their show. I feel like it would give you a little more direct. Like, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of you guys out there who haven't watched Madhouse, you guys would actually probably like Madhouse. It's actually a good show, but it's just got a weird name, and I feel like it gives people, like, you don't really get an idea of where it's going. But Jaffe's a fantastic host, and I've actually kind of been enjoying Bunny on there. Have you seen the episodes of Bunny yet?
I've been trying to watch Madhouse. That one recent episode, I just had to skip to the parts where Becky showed up, and yeah, it does show some promise. Especially when Jaffe usually showed up in the Nerds Voice chat and discussed ideas. Like, yeah, concept is there. It's just the name. It's what's gonna drive the channel all to a slow drop.
Yeah. I think the same thing with Test, though. Like, I think that both shows have the same problem. Like, when you think locale test, like, what is it? Are they testing things? Like, just from, like, a person who doesn't know from the LCU. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what it was initially meant to be, and then I really don't know what it is now, and that's not trying to be actually offensive to anybody. I'm just genuinely saying I don't know what direction the show has now. I feel like it's kind of a copy of Aussie, but not as good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Kind of hard. So, out of those two shows, which one do you think would get canned? Like, if you had to pick one.
I really don't know. I think it's a really tough decision, and I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm gonna start with you and see what shows do you think is gonna get the can.
Nah, this is Eric Doesn't Hold Back Day. You tell me
Oh, yeah.
which one you think is getting canned first.
If I have to be honest, I think maybe, and I'm not, dissing Joffy and all that. I think maybe it's gonna be Madhouse.
Really?
Because, like I said, the ideas is there. They just need to rebrand and it again, and to like maybe locale theories.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad criticism. Do you like... Okay. So do you think that Madhouse could have skated by with just doing Jaffe as the host, or do you think he needed a second host? Because I felt like that is also what's been improving the show, is him having a second host. He needed somebody to bounce off of. So I think Bunny is actually going to be a new hire 100% that we see in 2025.
Yeah, I've seen what Bunny is like. She's not bad. And it's like, I think he can balance ideas from Jaffe.
We have Sterling in the comments who said Jaffe can carry solo, but Bunny is a great addition. Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. Oh, also, if any of you guys want to come in and chime in on some of your predictions, feel free to hop in waiting. Or if there's any hosts out there that want to give us their predictions, feel free to come on.
Ooh,
we wanna
yes,
hear
we
everybody's
would love.
predictions.
Okay, so what do we have next?
Well, my prediction actually was that Test would be the one canned, because they've already had... My reasoning actually isn't because of the show itself, but because they've already had a rebrand before. And I could see that making it hard to rebrand the channel again, doing new hosts again. But I don't know. Hard to say.
I don't know. I actually like him. He's the good guy. Even though, him and Beans don't like us in particular.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more me than you, Eric, but that's why I digress. I ain't here to talk my total shit, whatever. But, well, I guess that kind of moseys us on over to Cafe. Well, I thought we had made peace with Cafe, but apparently not. So,
What happened?
Apparently, so Ken had apologized or whatever. And then somebody in the main chat today was like, oh, Ken, you should ban Zay. And he was like, unfortunately, I can't because she's a host. What happened to not coming for the smaller shows? What happened to making peace?
I think that was more of an attack on that type of person that wanted you to be banned rather than an attack on you.
But the unfortunately not makes it seem like he would if he could. Am I misrepresenting that? You tell me what you think, Eric.
I think he's still pissed off of what Becky said about him last night during that 6-hour stream, which I did not watch because I can't handle 6 hours.
Yeah, I made it 3.5.
It's really bored of.
Oh, Bailey Bug just gifted 5 Lookout Nerds memberships. Thank you so much, Bailey. And I'm gonna show you guys what it is that I will be painting this weekend if we hit the goal. This was what was picked by our audience member, top donator Lava Lamp, picked the Paper Mario Toadette. So that's what I will paint on stream if we hit the 30 members.
Oh, I wanted to hit Big Chungus.
Oh, I'm doing multiple paintings, don't you worry. But that's just the one that I'll do on stream.
Oh, okay.
We love you, Bailey. Oh, we have Evan is the best in members waiting. Let's bring him up and see what he's got to say. Hello, Evan. You are live on air.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No way.
You are.
Well, shit.
Did you not expect to make it this far?
Nope.
Well, give us your predictions. What is your hot take prediction on what you think is going to happen in the LCU in 2025?
Oh my god. That's a complicated one because I never would have predicted anything that has happened thus far.
Okay, so...
Did y'all feel me?
No, absolutely. That's the whole point of the LCU. It's craziness. That's why we're trying to give the most outlandish things that we think could happen. If you had to guess one show getting canned, who would it be?
Everyone would expect it to be you guys, let's just be for real. But, that being said...
Yeah, well, what can you do with that?
I'd say Aussie, honestly. No offense to them, I love Aussie, but... Nobody likes Twiggy.
Really? I disagree with that. I think a lot of
Really?
people do like Twiggy.
Okay, well then nobody acts like they like Twiggy.
I think a lot of people
Hey,
love
look.
to hate Twiggy. He's a very, like, polarizing character, 100%.
I love Twiggy. I am a Twiggy. IRL. Kinda. Not
What does
really.
that mean?
What does that mean?
How much, like, Twiggy reminds me of me in middle school. Like, I was writing, like, asshole on the side of school buses and shit like that and laughing about it. And... Dude, I'm gonna just be honest with you guys, okay? I did not expect to be up here. I'm staying with a friend. This is his Discord account. And I just hopped on here and I just joined the, what is this called? Fucking...
Members waiting?
Members waiting, and I was just dragged in here for the first time ever, and I'm like, oh shit, what do I say? You know what I'm saying? I do watch you guys though, and I did want to say something, yesterday. I did want to say, out of all the shit you guys get, I do think you're holding your own. I think you're doing pretty good
Thank
in
you.
this whole
Thank you.
LCU thing.
So you think Nerds is going to make it in 2025?
I hope so. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a fan. I'm just saying you've worked for it. You worked for a long time not getting paid. I don't know. You just seem like you deserve it a little more. You and Eric.
We appreciate that. I feel like that means a lot. I feel like both of us have put a lot of work in, and yeah, we hope that this show will go good going forward. Was there any other final statements you wanted to say for us?
There's not. I'm sorry I'm so out of pocket here. I wasn't expected. I'm with a buddy out in like the boondocks and we're like making videos and shit. I didn't expect to be pulled in here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm pulling everybody up today. I already said I want everybody's hot takes. I want everybody's hot opinions. So you can be as out of pocket as you want within TOS.
Okay, well, when I get back, I will attempt to join on my own account. My name is Ilan Ullman.
I might remember that, but thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Alrighty. We did get a dono, clearing things up a little bit.
Ooh.
This new Discord thing, I keep like hovering over people and it's like makes things pop up on my screen, driving me nuts, driving me actually so freaking insane. Ken with the $5 said, "Bruh, you read too deep into it, LOL. There are hosts I want to ban, but not y'all. When I said unfortunately, I meant host in general, not you." Okay, well that's a good clarification. Because reading that
That
message,
is a good.
reading that message, it seemed like unfortunately no, I would ban her. What host? Ken. Wait, we're doing hot takes today. We're doing predictions. What hosts do you want to ban? Now that we're clearing this up, so if it's not me, what host would you ban?
Hopefully not me, because I already got kicked out of the server once.
Nah, he just said, wait, you got kicked out of the server? I thought did he actually kick you out of the whole server?
Ooh, no, that was when I hopped onto the 1,000-pound sisters interview.
That's what I meant. I forgot he kicked you off in the whole server. Oh, that is crazy. Well, also, guys, I think we're really close. Yeah, we can make it there.
Snookins 44 super chatted
TTS.
$20. Zay is beautiful.
Thank you, Snookins. I appreciate that. If we get 40 7 more likes because I just liked the stream, then we'll hit 100, and that would be really cool and awesome of you guys. We would really appreciate that. Okay, so any guys in the comments who want to give us your hot takes as well, I'll be like reading them as I see them. So I think so far, I predicted that Test would be canceled. I don't think it's going to be in the near future though. I actually think Test still has at least like a month or two before they even consider canning it because of how malleable of a show it could be. So I think Test still has time, but I don't think Test will make it. And you said that you think Madhouse will be canceled.
Yeah, like I said, it's just no disrespect to Joffrey and all. I was like, I like the ideas he presented for Madhouse. It's just, it's with a name like Madhouse, you expect batshit insanity.
He's out there. Like, he's a bit of an oddball, but I feel like he's almost a bit calm for a show like with a name like Madhouse.
If it's like Locale Theory, I would instantly watch.
Although I feel like Bunny works really good for Madhouse. I just think more people need to give Madhouse a chance. Like, even if they choose not to change the name and they keep everything going the way they're going, I think the show is actually good. Just a lot of people aren't giving it a chance. And I also think it's a weird time slot for the type of show it is. For like a conspiracy theory type of show, I would usually think that'd be like at the nighttime to get that stoner audience. But being in the morning, any shows in the morning, or like any shows before 6 p.m., you're in that rough time slot of people being at work.
This is a good shit, man.
Oh, Eric? What do you know about being a stoner?
I like to pretend to be a stoner, not really a stoner.
I'm going to answer this comment because it's already very well known. My name is Zoe. Very creative of a username, isn't it? Zayzooted.
Yeah, very creative.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have a really hot topic that I wanted to ask you about. Okay, so Queens has been kind of on the rocks with, like, Becky and Tina. Do you think that they're going to fix their shit? Or do you think that there's a chance that Savage could end up on Queens?
I mean, from what you saw, I was like, they do work well off of each other despite the banter. So it has to come down to Savage being part of Queens. I would really love to see how that goes, just for like few episodes.
Whatchamacallit? Would you want to see Savage with them, or would you want to see Savage being like solo? Or like solo, like, what's the word I'm looking for? With replacing Becky. That's what I was looking for. I was like, I couldn't.
Yes, I would see Savage replacing Becky.
Really? Do you think that'd be like a long-term thing, or do you think that they would just try that out for like a few episodes?
I don't know. It just depends on how Keem. Everything is gonna depends on how Keem feels about it.
Yeah, that is also very true. Wait, Roddy Rigo said Becky is trying to copy your hair, Zay. What do you mean? Oh, that was another thing on the topic of Becky. Oh yeah, she did say she might want to do a purple or pink wig, didn't she? Well, it might work out though, because she did say about joining an alliance with me on her show yesterday. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did saw, but how long before that alliance is broken?
Before the alliance is broken? I don't know. But, I don't know. How do you feel about me going into an alliance with Becky, potentially? How would you feel about that?
I don't know. It's really... I get it. Hey, like both you, Becky, and Twiggy are, like, the most hated people in the LCU. But, it's like, between us two, we have a really solid friendship. And both on and off screen. It's just like, I really don't want to lose that.
Eric, an alliance has nothing on our fucking friendship, first and foremost. Okay, an alliance it's just an alliance. Like, that's like an alliance in Survivor, right? It's like, it doesn't mean they're friends. People snake out their alliances all the time. Who knows with an alliance? We're friends. That comes first.
I know, it's just... I don't know what else to say. It's just...
So if me and Becky joined an alliance, would you and Becky be able to work things out, or would you still be at odds with her?
I'll still be at odds with her because I was the one who kicked Becky off of Nerds, so...
That is a good point. That is a good point. Do you not think that... Okay, but you wanted me to work things out with Pharaoh, right? So if I joined an alliance with Becky, you don't think that you could work things out with Becky, potentially?
Depends on what the offer is going to be. It's like, hey, I still don't trust that bitch, if I'm going to be real with you. The way that she put me through on Nerds, it's like, come on, man.
But Roddy Regal brings up a good point in the comment. He said, if Becky says she will change, this could be good for you. So what if she... Because she did say on Queens yesterday that she did want to stop being the old Becky. She wants to be more of herself and less of a character. So what if the Becky that we knew was all the character Becky? And maybe she's not going to be that character anymore. I don't know. That's what I'm considering with this alliance. I'm like, maybe she's actually going to be sweet.
I don't know. This sounds all fishy to me.
Erik's like, I don't know if I trust it.
Because every time she goes to these whole, I'm all sweet, hey, you can trust me, it all ends up horrible.
Yeah, sorry, give me 1 second.
Especially what that she did to poor Glammy.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing was that was the craziest, I think, week that I've been in the LCU. I was hired, I was fired, not fired, on the show. That whole week was so confusing, and I know Glammy went through that exact same thing that week. So I do put that into consideration when thinking about Alliance. Ooh, Zero Dead brings up a good argument. He said, how do we know that the new Becky isn't a character also?
That is a good point. What if this is all just a bit to throw us all? It is the locale universe after all.
That is a good point. I don't know. This one is a tough one. This one I think we're going to have to sit on. I'm not giving any prediction on what's going to happen with the Alliance because I'm undecided at the moment. I think it could be good. If she gets a pink or purple wig, I feel like we have to. The Gamer's Asylum.
The Gamer's Asylum super chatted $20. Kem said when talking about PM, the point of 3 co-hosts is to find the strongest 2 and keep them and let the weak link go. What is your hot take on who will eventually get kicked from Nerds?
Eric, I'm gonna let you answer this one.
Wait, what did he say?
Okay, so he said, Keem said when talking about Psycho Mom, the point of having 3 co-hosts is to find the strongest 2 and keep them and let the weak link go. What is your hot take on who will eventually get kicked from Nerds?
Oh, who's the weak link gonna be? I don't know. It's like, we already lost Pharaoh. Oh, because apparently he's considered the weak link out of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is really a lot because of it being like, focusing on me now that I'm finding my voice, and Psycho Mom is just recently fired, but I don't know who else is considered a weakling.
No,
I don't know. It's just
Eric,
I know, Glammy has been kicked off of Nerds before, and if Keem felt like that, and she is the weakling, then don't be surprised if that happens.
the reason I wanted you to answer, do you remember that conversation we had the other day?
The conversation of what?
Where we were talking about this exact thing in private.
Yeah, I do remember now. Oh, and I was saying, it's like, yeah, that really does go back down to, yeah, 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 no, if it's really going to be down to just you and me, then that really would be fine.
So, okay, so funnily enough, when you donated that, the reason I started laughing is because Eric brought this up to me the other day when we were in one of our meetings and we were kind of talking about it a little bit and like thinking about, you know, our show going forward. The factor is there probably is going to be 2 hosts at the end of this. We were talking about chemistry, all that. And there was one thing Eric said that he said here that was like Glammy was kicked off the show before. So that begs the question.
Will she be kicked off again?
Exactly. So we have actually both been pondering on that because you know how we said that she's not coming back until April 1st?
Yeah.
Well, like, she said that she was given off for her honeymoon. So, like, I don't know. It's just, I think the timing is really interesting of her to come back April 1st. I don't know. I think something's in the works that we don't know about.
Something's in the works for April Fool's Day.
I think so, too. Especially that we don't know about. Because the fact of it being April Fool's Day and everything. Like, you see how it's all, like, lining up to be something?
Yeah, the lines are starting to converge.
Yep. Somebody said April Fool's. Literally. Exactly. I'm freaking nervous about it. We have SS Michelangelo waiting. I'm going to let him come up and say whatever his hot take is. Pretty good.
Okay.
Hello, Michelangelo.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Are you ready
What
to
have
give
you
us
brought for us today?
your hot take?
Well, I have more than one hot take, but Eric or whatever, or you got Eric or whatever or you talked about what I was gonna say, that Glammy was gonna be the one that will get the boot from Nerds.
Well, we weren't technically done yet, so we can keep going.
Yeah.
Also, I have to sit higher because this new Discord framing, I haven't gotten it perfect yet. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Damn Discord updating things. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
It literally updated again for me. Like when I was in live on air with Eric 5 minutes before the show started, I had to reframe everything. Okay, so you think Glammy has the potential to go. What makes you say that?
Well, it's obvious because she's already had like 5 shows. And everyone thought that, or everyone, like including myself, was people were expecting them to go, I do, and Kim going, you're fired. And it didn't happen.
That is a good
that was supposed to be like the funny moment.
That would have been a big moment if he did that.
See, but I think... See, you know how you said that? I've seen so many people in the comment section say that on, like, a bunch of the, like, shows and main chat everywhere. I think because so many people thought that that was a possibility, or, like, that Keem was going to pull something at the wedding, he did one better and was just like, fuck it, I'm going to make it a normal wedding to prank you all.
Yeah, true. But, yeah, I think maybe she'll get booted and then she'll get a new show with her and Psycho Mom.
Oh, really?
Ooh, what makes you think that?
Well, they just booted Psycho Mom from her show, and she's really mad, and she's not going to be back on Milkers. And right now she's just doing her show with her son. And Glammy did that, like, fashion show, and we're only at whatever the 8 or 9 shows right now, so maybe a new show is the locale fashion thing that they did on the test stream before it became Nightmare and Grim.
You know, that would actually be interesting, but the one thing with that is Glammy and Psycho Mom previously worked together on Milkers. Do you think that because Glammy was removed from Milkers that they won't consider the potential for them to work together again?
Maybe they would. Maybe they would be different shows. I don't know. It depends on what Keem's thinking.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes me think maybe not. But I actually could see them potentially doing a show together. But I don't know. Hard to say.
Or it could be Wonder Woman and Glammy. Because a lot of people said they're a lot alike during the fat camp because they're both like really nice people.
Yeah, and I think that they had really good chemistry during fat camps that and I guess they had kind of beef before and they resolved things, so I think people would be interested in seeing them at least do more together in the future.
Moving past that, my other prediction, I think One Buff Weeb will get a show.
Oh, so you think that's your hot take, is that you think he's going to be a new hire for this year?
Well, that's a prediction. I don't think it's a hot take.
Well, I think all of these predictions are hot takes in themselves. Because saying somebody could potentially get hired or fired, or like saying a show could get canceled, that's a hot take in a way. But I actually don't disagree with you on that. I think he does have potential to get a show. I just think he needs to he cups his mic a little bit and it fucks up his audio really badly.
I don't know if you I don't remember if I think it was in the Discord or somewhere, but do you know? I don't know if because you don't watch Ozzy all the time, but I think you might have heard of there's a guy named like Leafer Bag 420. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I do. And
he does this because he has like a broken mic arm, so he's always fisting his mic.
Yeah.
And One Buff Weeb was doing that like I think like yesterday or something on. I don't know, it was on Madhouse or something. He like did that because he kind of has like a shitty mic too.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. He was doing that almost on Nerds where he was like holding it like this, like it was like sacred to him and very close to his face. And dude, I feel like he could have potential to be on a show, but goddamn, that fucking peaks his audio so fucking bad. Like I can't hear him when he does that.
I think he's getting adjusted to the Discord and how the tech works, so he's kind of having boomer moments right now.
Yeah, I think he did say that.
Everyone's having boomer moments on this.
Yeah. Well, it's everyone.
Why not? Skype is going to be shutting down soon, so might as well integrate.
Also, hot take. I think Jaffe pointed out that Madhouse is actually the lowest earning show.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Keem said it was Test.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe Jaffe saw it. Oh, here's Jaffe.
Jaffe.
I summoned the Jaffe.
Yeah, good job.
He's like Beetlejuice.
You got him right.
You're the lowest earning show?
Yeah, I don't know if we're. I think our ratings are shit. I don't know if we're actually the lowest earning show because I don't have the numbers to compare with everybody else. I think I did say that, but what I meant, just kind of talking off the cuff, was I was talking more about the numbers. Like our peak today was like, and we had no lead in, but still, we had like 402 at a peak.
Our numbers have been low the past 2 days as well. I think coming off of Fat Camp, numbers are a little lower, so take that into consideration.
Yeah. But in terms of, I mean, those are shit numbers, right? And so ultimately, the idea, in talking to Becky last night about this, I do think she had a point, and I also think you had a point as well. I don't know if they call you Zay.
They call me Zay.
Because you just said, because I know your name's Zoe, because you just told that guy, and now I'm like, it doesn't
Mike
matter. The
calls
point.
me Zoe, and then everybody else calls me Zay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so but you had mentioned something about people in the morning, and there's a different mentality if you're watching a show in the morning, and what you're comfortable with, and what your expectations are, and the stoners at night. So talking to Becky last night, it was almost like whether. Cafe is a very, very chill kind of thing, and that's intentional. That's by design. But talking to Becky last night, we were like, a morning show that was more like a zoo show that wasn't about, because I do think that the topics I bring up on the morning show probably are uncomfortable for people that are, listening in company, with other people at work or whatever. Whereas, having a show that's more about fringe pop culture shit, TMZ shit, what's happening in kind of more of that kind of, underbelly of pop culture, but still able to be talked about in pleasant company. I think a show like that would do much better in our time slot. And then Madhouse, if it were to survive, I think would make a lot more sense coming later at night. But it's hard to say. It also could just be a show that's not. I think it's a great show, but the numbers don't lie, and it's hard to say whether or not it's better at night because there's more people who are vibing with it at night, or it's better. It's never going to catch on. It's impossible to say until you just try a couple of things, right?
True. I just think with the time slot that you're at now, like it is one of the roughest time slots because it's like earlier in the day, so it's gonna hit some people. If you're going in Eastern time zone, you start at 12, right?
Right.
So you're gonna like a lot of people that are gonna be in Pacific time zones. They're not going to watch because it's too early for them for that type of content. So
and it's 9, right? So they're either at work already, or it's not like you get that we're getting ready for work on the West Coast, and on the East Coast, you're going out to lunch, or you're not sitting at your computer or whatever. So it is, but it should be a good enough show to overcome those odds. I think maybe I overestimated the interest in these topics for people, at least at this time zone. And so maybe I think the show can be good, but it may be that if we're going to stay at this time zone and we want to be a hit, we need to we need to kind of go from X-rated to like hard PG-13 rated content.
Have you considered, instead of doing that, maybe leading in with LCU drama and then giving them your content, like just like the first 30 minutes you do like some LCU like bullshit drama shit. I know you say you're not interested in it and you don't want to like be monotonous and like do it, but like first thing that comes on like every show's name is locale, so these people are coming for the locale content. It might help to give, because you have that perspective of not really being so in the LCU, so people might be interested more in your perspective.
You know what also might be considered good for locale? Conspiracy theories.
He does a lot of them.
Yeah, you got have a lot of crazy shit that would be perfect for Madhouse, and also there are some stuff that are like hard PG-13. I think it'd be perfect.
Wait, are you talking about lolcow conspiracy theories like is Bunny or really an alien, or do you mean conspiracy theories that are just in the Gen Pop knowledge base?
In the Gen Pop knowledge base.
Oh, yeah, we do those all the time, though. I mean, we do cults, we do conspiracy theories, we do ghosts, we do aliens, we do weird science and medical anomalies. It's like a freak show over there.
I love Madhouse. Not gonna lie. I think that's why I was telling everyone they need to go give it a chance. Like everyone who's watching Nerds right now, if you don't tune into fucking Madhouse on Monday, I'm gonna snap on all of you because they need to get their views up, and I think it's a fantastic show. So go tune in, please, for me.
And I appreciate that. But end of the day, though, I do read a lot of the Discord and a lot of the comments, and I think it's impossible to deny the fact that there are just people that it's like we're the freaks of the world that like stuff like that. I don't mean the soft version of it. I mean we're talking about people born with 2 penises, and we talked about a woman today that was born with 2 vaginas and she had 3 breasts, right? And we started figuring out if you could get those people together, like what kind of weird sexual positions could you come up with a man that has?
And would there be a chance for their kids to then have the same thing? Like, does those work like dominant and recessive genes?
I haven't, it maybe, right? These are fascinating things. But there are people in the chat, though, that go vomit emoji. I don't want to hear about that. I'm dropping my kids off at school, or I'm at work with my coworkers, and I'm like, what are you listening to, Fred? Oh, this guy's got 2 penises. And he's like, yeah, Fred, you're fucking fired, you fucking idiot. So, I mean, it may be, like you said, Zay, you were talking about it being like the stoner show. Mm-hmm. I think it's the stoner show. Your
show is literally the show I wanted for such a long time to exist in LCU, which is why I'm fighting so hard for it.
Well, we're going to stream tomorrow on the...
Sounds good, man.
Again, buddy, you got to get some real drugs, and because the impression is like so circa 1970 Cheech and Chong. You would probably love it. Have you ever smoked marijuana?
No, I never smoked.
Eric, would
My
you
mother and my
smoke?
grandfather would kill me if I.
Well,
Okay, if
well,
we
don't
didn't
tell them.
snitch, would you smoke with me?
It's delightful. It's delightful. What
Is it-
state are
Not
what state are you in
actually,
though?
Not
Yeah, is it
actually,
legal?
just a hot take.
Yeah, if it's illegal, I don't want to advise that. But if you're in
Yeah.
a state where it's legal, it's a fucking blast, dude.
Yeah, I just. It's no.
Eric said he's
Well,
cold,
I do live
so
in Mar.
You do what now?
Hold on, I'll send it to Joppy. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's Is he
He's
malfunctioning?
he's trying to not dox
Yeah, he doesn't want
himself.
to dox himself.
Oh, I don't know where you live, like in your address. Just what state are you in? Even just is it
He lives
legal?
Maryland.
Okay, is it legal in Maryland? Is all I'm asking. That's all I'm
I
wondering.
believe it is.
Oh, well, go get yourself some goddamn marijuana, boy. What the hell's the matter with you?
No,
They deliver-
he's a chocolate
deliver-
milk drinker only. No drinks, no drugs.
Do you
he's
have
chocolate
Eric?
milk.
Have you been diagnosed with autism?
Yes, I've been diagnosed with autism since I was a child.
Okay, so what I will tell you is I know people in my family very close to me who are autistic, and weed has been so good for them. Not like regularly. I'm not saying go just be a fucking Kevin Smith convert, but in terms of from time to time, it does something in their minds that really allows them to come to a place that is quite delightful for them. They tell me, and so I'm just saying don't shut the door on it just because society says, oh, that's bad.
I really don't see the point in doing marijuana and all that.
Yeah, I don't see the point in murdering hobos, but I've never done it before. It may be delightful, right? So you should try it, give it a shot, baby. But anyway, but yes, I mean, look, I love the show we do, but I do think there's something fun about it being on at like 10 o'clock California time, even though I love a morning show. I would love to do a morning show, but what I may be starting to learn is Madhouse with the current content may not work in the mornings. And so if we're going to keep Madhouse in the mornings, if it's even going to survive, that show might need to adjust its subject matter. But if we're going to keep Madhouse, put it late. I'm doing a night show tomorrow for Madhouse or Sunday because I can do it whenever I want on the weekends. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where it kind of really cooks. So
okay, so make sure
if
you
you're
guys are tuning into that. I will be promoting it in
I'll
the
be
Discord
there.
for you because I want people
Excellent.
to tune in.
Thank you.
If you could pick any show's time slot for your show to switch with, what show would you switch with?
Okay, if I'm just looking at it as a programming strategic job and I'm not looking at it in terms of where my brain is, because doing a 10 o'clock show California time, it's late for me, and I need to be on and I'll have to adjust. But I think 10 o'clock California time is probably the right time, or maybe 9 California time, because then it's like on the East Coast. Yeah, like East Coast, it's, no, for me it would be 9. I'm in California.
So that would be 1 for us.
No, it would be 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. It would be 12 for East Coast.
Midnight. Okay.
So they would take test spot.
Yeah.
I've been pitching this for a while. Like they should do like a TV schedule type of scenario.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like one show gets this specific day, and then another show gets that day. Hey, having prime time slot. Like Arrow is on Mondays, Supergirl's or The Flash is on Tuesday. He's
but you're only doing it once a week though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like I've been pitching this for like a while, and it still hasn't, come to fruition.
I think it would hurt the channels though to only do a show once a week, and you would be only limited to having 7 shows then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
so that's that. I would say that time slot makes sense, and then I would love, I would love there to be a follow up after Cafe, whatever show does it, that feels more raucous, but less Howard Stern and more kind of, a little bit more PG-13. Because, I'm 53 years old, man. So I came up with the shock jocks and I came up with, pushing those boundaries and all that stuff. And I think today's younger generation, it's just not as embraced. And it doesn't mean they're not capable of enjoying it. It's just it's a little bit more of a conservative world right now. And I think if you're going to be in a more of a mainstream time slot, you probably don't want to push it as much as we've been pushing it. But that's kind of my takeaway. So.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, but I do... Okay, so the time slot that you picked, I think is the test time slot you said, Michelangelo?
Yeah, I think it's time. Yeah, that's test.
I think you should pitch switching. I think you should pitch switching with them because they're not doing fantastic at their time slot either, and I feel like that could be an interesting thing, you guys potentially switching.
Yeah, I mean, I think Keemstar, it's not my... he can do what I don't know what his plans are. I'm not going to get in there.
Worst he says is no. Pitch it. The worst he says is no.
Look what happened when I pitched that Boogie. He should be manager of nerds. Look what happened.
I didn't think it would happen.
Exactly, it happened.
I mean, sure. There's something about just sort of, it's his network, and I'm happy to just sort of show up and, I'm more than willing to kind of follow his lead on this stuff because he's been successful at it. No, I don't fucking know. But I would love that. I would love that.
The comments say they agree, so just throwing that out there.
Well, he's probably listening. Keemstar, let's go at 9 o'clock California time. But I a lot of it is you talk about the locale drama, and I don't want to make this about me. I was just coming in to say hi because I was summoned.
We're doing predictions, so this is like you predicting the future of your show. This is perfect. This is exactly what we asked for.
But okay, so I would say that fuck, I lost my train of thought though. Sorry, fellas. It's the weed, Eric. Don't do it. Stay off the dope, boy. What's I gonna say? But I don't know. I think there is something about that subject matter, but I think also like I've just been real sucker punched by how it's really weird to learn that not everybody thinks the weird shit you think is awesome is awesome. Right. That's a real, because I guess I'm pretty inoculated in my world, but and the internet inoculates us all, and you only go where you need to go. But I'm just like, what do you mean you don't think it's cool she has 2 vaginas? Did you know people can be born without anuses? And do you know sometimes when a woman is born without an anus, the actual colon ends up going into the vagina, and so shit will come out of her vagina? No. It's a real thing. It's a real fucking thing. That's fascinating.
Cause, like, constant like infections and stuff. So
they have. Yeah, yes. Oh, there's all kinds of things. It's a real medical thing. And then, of course, because I'm me and Bunny is her, we started speculating that until they get the operation, they're going to start lubricating diarrhea, right? And that's sort of when they get aroused, and it's like, holy shit, right? But a lot of people are like,
welcome to Band World, buddy.
And I get it, but I love it. It's so fascinating to me. The weird, the grotesque, the strange.
Yeah, that did got me, not gonna lie.
Also, James FMC, welcome to Cash Cow.
Welcome to Cash Cow, buddy.
Creamstar says, it's not your topics, dude. Trust me. Okay, well then articulate, sir. What is it?
Yeah.
Are you saying, is it because I'm black?
Yeah, what kind of critique is that, buddy? Somebody in the comment section asked you to rank the shows from best to worst, and I would really love for you to do that.
Okay. It's my politics? Fuck your you only watch people that you agree with every single fucking thing they say?
If you listen to music
I did got criticized for being a DEI hire.
Zombie, or not Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson. Like, there's so many music artists that you guys, I guarantee you listen to, that have the worst, have done crazy, more outlandish things than Jaffe's ever done. So,
I think they don't like my politics, though.
That's stupid.
I don't make... Yeah, Anyway, okay. So rank the shows. Right. It was the locale stuff I was going to ask you about the drama. But let me rank the shows first. So, what is the ranking? What am I categorizing?
Start from the best show to the worst show.
But best in terms of like entertainment value, or in terms of quality production, or what am I judging?
What you find to like almost as an overall, what you find to be like the most entertaining and worthwhile shows on the network.
Okay, I would say. I mean, that's harsh. I mean, I would say Test is probably at the bottom for me, but not because I don't like the. Not because I don't like the individual. Are you on Test? Is this? I don't even know this guy Michelangelo. Are you on Test?
No.
He's a Test fan sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have anything against it. I just don't really know what it is. And I know originally that was sort of the goal, was that it was like we're going to try a bunch of things in this time slot, but it lacks a real identity. So I'm not really drawn to it, and I don't really know I don't know what it is, I guess. So that's why I put it down there. I'm gonna not put Madhouse in at all anywhere because
don't
it's
rank your own show.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So after that, I mean, I would probably say Locale Live, even though I know it's the most popular show.
Ooh. There's your hot take.
That is a hot take, Jaffe.
Just because it's just repetitive. It's the same thing over and over and over, and it doesn't.
That's what makes it entertaining.
For you. But you have autism. But what I'm saying is,
I see how we are now.
I can do it, Eric, because
I am kidding, Eric, and I probably am as well, and both my kids are. I'm just playing with you guys.
I'm just playing along with you.
Yeah, but people in the audience though will walk away now and they'll go, "He's making fun of." People thought I was making fun of veterans last night because I made a PTSD joke, and I'm like, guys, why are you out of your fucking mind that I would make fun of veterans?
When did comedy die? When did comedy die?
Died in 2017.
I will absolutely make fun of a person who might be a veteran, but that's not me making fun of someone. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Our audience loves you. The chat right now is like just laughing emojis saying like they love this. I don't know why your audience doesn't love this the same way.
My audience does. They just don't show up in the numbers.
Like this, really, I didn't.
What did he say? What'd she say?
My mother was like, she does not raise me like this.
Well, put her on the mic. I want to talk to her.
Sophie wants to talk to you.
This is Conti.
Do you? Hello, Erik'S mama. How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to get your son to try marijuana, and he's worried that you're going to be. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's have a nice conversation between gentlemen and gentle ladies. Okay.
Decorum.
Let's have a little. Okay, you go first, but I will tell you why. But continue, please, ma'am.
Okay, that would, but problem is my dad used to be a cop.
Okay.
So he smells it, we would be killed.
But it's legal. It's legal in your state. It's legal in your state, correct?
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
My understanding is it's legal. I understand that you wouldn't want to do something to break the law, but according to
this is not on me. This is like.
No, wait. I'm serious. I'm trying to have a conversation. My understanding is where you guys live, it's legal, according to Eric. So let's assume that has to happen. I'm not having the conversation if it's not. So assuming that it is legal where you live, what I would say is, and I have kids that are, on the. I don't know if you can say on the spectrum anymore, but they're. There's a lot of neurodivergency in my family, including me, my friend. Okay. So what I will tell you is I have been so pleased that with responsible marijuana use from time to time, I'm not suggesting, that it has really done very good things for their confidence, that it has done good things for allowing them to relax and calm the anxiety. And it doesn't have the same side effects or the time to come in or out of your system as actual pharmaceutical drugs that a lot of people take for those things. So I bring it up as more of a sense of, hey, if you're around people that respect you, that care about you, that are looking out for your best interest, just try it. Try an edible. You don't even have to smoke it, and just see if it brings any value to your life. It's been painted as a very negative thing. A lot of it is because the Nixon White House and turning it into sort of a cultural and class issue. But in truth, it's actually quite a spiritual enhancer to your life if you do it responsibly. So
I have a donation for you, Jaffe, that says, for the $5, Gaffagarian said, as of July 1st, 2023, adults ages of 21 and over can use legally purchased or homegrown recreational cannabis in the state of Maryland. Just as an
There you go.
Okay.
So something to think about.
Yes, I know. I hang out with weird.
No,
I will say Eric did say no.
We're
Eric
thinking
did
about it,
say
though.
no straight up.
Eric's a good
That
boy.
is, I would say, in that case, I want him to do a hell of a lot more research than what he usually does.
Good. Please do. Please do.
Research on what?
On the
Marijuana.
pros and cons.
Doritos?
Center snacks.
God damn it! And I'm not supposed to show this. And he will get mad at me.
And your Mountain Dew.
God damn stuff.
Ew.
You see what he did to me, Jake?
Dew soda.
Oh.
But yeah, I think research is great. Do all the research till you're comfortable.
I think in that case, let him do research. And hello, why are you coming up? Hi.
Hi, little miss.
Okay.
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
Hi.
It was nice meeting you.
You as well.
I'm still trying to get in the process of getting working mic on my.
If you wanted to come onto Nerds VC, I can try to help you later. I wasn't there before when you were doing it.
Okay. I'll be on in probably about 15.
Bet. Sounds good. I'll see you when the show's over.
Okay. All right. See you when the show's over. Bye, guys.
Bye.
So
And
Eric,
Discord is gonna give me more shit if we're bringing her on.
if you do your research, then potentially for our ghost hunting stream, we'll consider.
Wait a minute. You guys are doing a ghost hunting stream? Do you know what we're doing on Madhouse, assuming we survive?
Ours isn't going to be until like October, so don't worry.
Oh, we're doing ours in April. We're staying in room 11 of the Continental and the Gas Lamp of San Diego. We're going to stream from there. It's the most haunted room in San Diego, according to those who believe in such things. And we're going to see what we can see. And we're also, the Whaley House is down there, which is the most haunted house in America. It's been ranked every year that. We're going to do a live stream from there. So if we can get our donations up for April, we're going to do it sometime in April with me and Tech Protect and maybe Bunny. So it should be fun. I love stuff like that. I want to believe that stuff so much, you guys.
Also, just really quickly, Michelangelo, thank you for coming on. I'm going to drag you off really quickly.
Okay.
Just been on for a minute. I appreciate you, though. But, okay, so ghost hunting stream, we were talking about doing. Ours is going to be, like, for Halloween time in October. And we were looking up, like, okay, so he's in Maryland. So we were looking, like, where, like, some of the most haunted places in America, Baltimore, has, like, 15 different places. So we were talking about, there's, like, 3 different haunted hotels, and we were talking about like staying at the haunted hotels and then just going and also doing the other haunted shit while we're there.
Absolutely. It's, I mean, I'm going to stream all night long and just hope something happens. And if not, we'll be looking at weird ghost stories and smoking dope. So who gives a shit? It should be a good time. Just that movie about the streamer who went into the house, the haunted house with demons, and he broadcast 24 hours. It was like on Shudder. It wasn't a massive big hit, but it was so fucking good, man.
What, Grave Encounters?
No, it was a one-word title, like Stream. It wasn't called Stream, but it was something like that. And it was really fun, really fucking fun movie. But anyway, okay, so I think obviously Keem and Boogie are very, very skilled and masters at what they do. I just think that particular show, because I'm not caught up in the drama. It's very samey, you know, and so that's why for me, I don't tend to gravitate towards it. I like Milkers would be next. I like Milkers when they lose their shit on Fridays, like when they drink. I think they're delightful. It's like hanging out with my aunts growing up in Alabama at the Cracker Barrel. I'm just like, this is the best thing ever. I think it's hard to say much about Queens right now because it's in such flux. I think Becky is obviously a really great personality and a very charismatic, very smart. It's hard to know what Becky we're going to be getting in a month, in a year, in a week, you know? And so that's going to depend a lot. And then I think fundamentally, I think Rewind is probably the best because I think it comes down to the host. I think William the Refrigerator is, and I call him that because I'm a classy gentleman. You guys can slander his name all you want, but that's his proper name. That's his birth name. I think he is staggeringly skilled.
Yeah, I agree. Even I hosted one show with him on Lolcow Live, and just doing that, like, he is just such a good host. He does not leave dead air, and he's just constantly, like, good at entertaining an audience.
Absolutely. And Xylee plays well off him. I know she doesn't like me. It really bothers me. Out of all the people who say they don't like me, it bothers me the most because I think in some ways we are very similar. Like, she's a whip smart person, and she doesn't really suffer fools easily. But I think her and I got off on the wrong foot, and she's never really let that guard down again with me. But I think my favorite show on the network is probably, besides my own, of course, and Bunny's, is Rewind. I think it's just the best show, and maybe also because it's almost like what Lolcow Live is, but it's got a little bit more of a structure because it's going through. Now let's talk about this thing that happened, this thing that happened, this thing that happened. Whereas I think Live is just these two really charismatic guys sitting around and talking, and depending on what they're talking about, it's interesting or it's not. So that would be my, what is your ranking? Is what I would like to know.
Oh, well, first off, Birdman, welcome to Cash Cow.
Welcome to Band World,
Eric, do
buddy.
you want to give your rank first?
I would have to say the Lolcow Live is obviously the best show. Oh, then there is Lolcow Rewind, Cafe. Hey.
Oh, I missed Cafe. Did I miss Cafe? I'm so sorry.
You
I'll go
missed
back.
Cafe, Aussie, and Nerds.
Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry. Eric, do yours, and I want to go in and slot those shows. Go in, Eric. Go. Sorry.
Okay, so my ranking of the Lolcow shows, Live is obviously on top because that's goated. Rewind, Cafe, Nerds. I'm gonna be biased. Madhouse, Aussie, Test, and now Queens.
That's a pretty good rank. Where do you fit those other shows that you missed?
So, okay, Nerds is weird. All three of those shows are currently right now, I feel the same about, which is they're in so much flux that I don't really know what they are. So like Aussie, and I haven't been around that long, but when there was a run of a couple of weeks where it was Rastoff and Twiggy just kind of sitting in their homes and talking, I was really kind of warming up to that and really enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And now that Twiggy's gone off to Fat Camp and I'm not sure like what his character is anymore or what he's going to be, that one's a little bit like, wait, I don't really know what that is. But I love both of those guys as hosts. So that's why it probably missed my thing. Nerds is the same, right? There are times, you guys are still trying to figure this out. And, it's really a challenge because on one hand, I've been doing nerd entertainment, like mostly around video games on the internet for 6 years. And it's good content if you like the subject matter. But the problem with Nerds as a structure is not dissimilar from any other topic show versus personality show, which is you're only as good as what you're talking about. And even though Eric may be really into a story about, hey, The Legend of Zelda, you may have heard, is coming out March 27th, 2006. They announced today. That's the release date, right? But if you're not into Legend of Zelda, you've got 6 minutes of airtime where you're clicking off and going to do something else, right? Yeah. So if, when you have topic shows like yours and mine, if you can't bring it to be entertaining for people who don't care about the individual topic, it becomes really hard to know where to put your focus. And so I think Nerd suffers from that like Madhouse does, that depending on what you're talking about, I either really like the show or I lose interest very, very quickly. And then the other one was Cafe. I get, Cafe's too early for me to watch much of. I like Ken a lot. I like Beans a lot. And so I think there's something really cool there. But I don't really watch it enough to know if it's for me. That's not saying it's not. I like the pitch of it. Like when they say, oh, it's this kind of show. But I'm usually up planning my show when they're doing their show. So I don't really have much of an opinion on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we pretty much suffer for a similar fate. We plan our show during Cafe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And during Madhouse sometimes too. So even I miss Madhouse sometimes, even though I love watching it.
No, I appreciate that.
Right, now I should watch more Madhouse.
No, you really should. It's really good. One thing I wanted to say, you brought up like it becoming like personality shows. I actually agree with you on that. And I think it's become that way because of the fact that your show is very similar to ours in the way that when the shows were first created, this is a whole different cast as to when the show first started, as to when it was created. So what they had in mind for the show and what they had in mind for that cast is totally different than what works for the cast we have. So we're kind of trying to find and create these new lives to our shows while at the same time trying to do the show every single day. So it's interesting.
Right. I mean, do you think you guys... Go ahead.
It's especially tough for me because when it's just 3, we can easily bounce off. But that I do find it frustrating that I really don't have a voice, but every time I do, I kind of have this little nervous energy. Like I never done my own stuff before, but I am improving.
You are.
And that's part of the appeal, though. I mean, there is kind of a goofiness in an endearing way to you because you seem passionate but a little uncomfortable. I think that's part of why people like watching you.
Yeah, it's part of my autism spectrum.
Yeah, and I think that's great. I do think you guys would make bank if you guys did a fucking, Eric Gets Stoned stream. I mean, that's a side effect, but you guys would make some fucking shit ton of money. Yeah, you'd learn very quickly it ain't that. You would, the first time I got stoned, I took so much marijuana in that I was having hallucinations, which rarely you have hallucinations with marijuana, but that's the doctor said, yeah, you can have it in so much. And I was seeing cherubs flying around and doors floating in the fucking sky. And it was spiritual and it was delightful. So I don't think you're going to be sitting there and go, whoa. I think you're going to be like, I see God.
I know.
And he's wearing a tutu. What the fuck is happening?
My first time smoking, I got caught and I was like in trouble and I was like working at like a haunted house at my school. So my punishment was wearing a blow up Godzilla costume the entire night. So imagine just being high as hell for the first time in a blow up Godzilla costume where you get no air to the head in Florida.
Well, that seems almost like that seems like irresponsible.
Where was I when that was the
thing?
We
all make mistakes. Well, I was like 14 or 15 at the time, and it was like me and my friends were just like, oh yeah, we could smoke before this haunted house we're doing at the police station tonight, and we got caught by one of the teachers, and it was just so embarrassing.
Well, where was I when they made a Godzilla costume? Like that would have been so cool.
It's not as cool as you would think it is.
Did you see the protest? There was a protest like overseas somewhere and everybody was running from the cops, but one guy happened to be dressed up in an inflatable Pikachu and he was also running from the cops. So it's this great footage of cops with shields and billy clubs chasing these like rioters and teenage protesters. And then there's Pikachu just trucking in the middle of them all trying to get away in costume. It's so great. It's so great.
So good.
But yeah, I mean, the personality thing is tough, and I was going to ask, are you considering moving away from more topic centric? And if so, how do you fill in the gaps? How do you entertain if you don't have that structure to hang the show on?
So I think this kind of falls back to like what you were saying. You like kind of started and then kind of stopped about the drama. So we've been trying a new formula as of recent where we've been doing like a drama sandwich. Whereas we weren't covering drama at all in the LCU before. Now we'll start our show with drama. We'll try to hit our nerd topics in the middle and like fill as much nerd content as we can in the middle and then end our show with drama. And so
But how do you start? What does that mean though? Like when you say start the show with drama, meaning creating your own or talking about someone else's?
Well, either or. I've been in a lot of drama because people just don't like me, and so like that kind of helps. Like I have people constantly talking about how they don't like me, so I can just kind of bring that up and then use that on the show, and then we can all kind of discuss our opinions on it. And then outside of that, we'll talk about like the main drama. Like for example, like yesterday we talked about Savage putting Boogie in a headlock. Like, we talked about it for maybe 10 minutes, but we just gave our opinions on it, kind of laughed about it, and then moved on to another subject.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and then sometimes we talk about drama within the LCU as a whole.
Yeah, or internal drama between ourselves as well. Like, if, like, we have drama, like, with our group, like our DACA team or something, then we bring that onto the show.
Gotcha. Or with one of our co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like Pharaoh, you guys had some shit with, I remember that.
Yeah.
And then is One Buff Weeb coming on as a nerds guy, or he's going to do something else, or?
No, he was just like a fan who I think was like, when Pharaoh was like doing the Pharaoh show, he said that I'm here to take Pharaoh's spot, but like there's no spot available. We were getting rid of people. Like all the shows are supposed to be 2 hosts, like Keem said. They're getting rid of people, and like maybe he'll get a show, but I don't think it will be on Nerds. Personally, I think we have 3 solid people right now that they're trying to choose from.
I hope it's not me, because I'm going to try to prove myself that I'm not the weakest link.
Here's my other pitch then. Once every 2 weeks, only crowns are able to come with lunch. It's lunch with Lolcow. And every host shows up in a massive Zoom call, and they're all together. and the people who are crowns can come and hang out, and it's just like a big Q&A and shoot the shit, and that gets broadcast. But because you never see everybody together, other than like Fat Camp, most people were together. But I think people would vibe with that. I think people want to see how people interact, and you're going to generate a lot of drama that you can then deal with for the week if you do that once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever. So that would be something. But yeah, I don't know. That would be my take. But the idea that the shows are getting canceled after Fat Camp or whatever. So I saw somebody in the chat say, well, Jaffe said he didn't care. I care very much about the show, but I'm not desperate to keep a job because I'm fortunate enough that for me, if the show gets canceled, it means it's not working. And whether it's not working because it's at a bad time slot or I'm just not good at the job, hey, you know, that's the entertainment gods rolling the dice. You do what you got to do. So I'm okay with that. But it's not that I don't care. I care very much, but you know, I care
like
so much that
your point, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be here having this conversation with us
right,
about your
right.
shows and all the shows. Like, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. You know, but that doesn't mean as much as you care, it doesn't mean you're crafting something that people want to watch. And that's a total, you know, I've made games before I loved that were massive hits and games before I loved that were failures. The effort wasn't any different between the hits and the failures. It's just sometimes you roll the dice and they come up good and other times it doesn't. So
you are the creator of God of War and Twisted Metal, so
I am, but that's not this, right? So
yeah.
You know. Jaffe, can't you move the show over to your channel? Oh, well, I can't talk about my channel, but what I can tell you is if I ever had a channel on the internet that wasn't at Locale, you can guarantee that I do all kinds of stuff, or I would do all. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'll say. You know,
you'll have to talk to Keem about that so you won't get in trouble.
All smooth. Yep.
I'm,
wrapped it up in a nice little bow there. Yep, perfect.
Is that Ken, as in Ken and Beans, in the chat?
Yeah, that is Ken and Beans in the.
Oh, I like Ken. Ken's a cool dude, man. I'm a fan. It's funny because I like Becky and I like Ken, but they both hate each other. Mm-hmm. But I think they're both really cool. So
me and Ken keep accidentally having this back and forth because he'll say something and then I take it the wrong way or something. And then, like, for example, at the beginning of the show, he had wrote like something in the main chat about like. Somebody had said, oh, you should ban Zayzud, and he was like, unfortunately not, because she's a host. He was saying, like, not unfortunately, like, he would ban me, as, like, unfortunately, like, no host.
Like, I wish I could ban her versus, unfortunately, banning is not something we can do to host, is what you're saying.
Yes, and I took it the wrong way, and then he, like, donated to clear it up, and I was like, Ken, I'm sorry, we keep ending up in this position.
Yeah. Ken's the guy that, as long as he doesn't snap, and he knows what I'm talking about. I mean, people get mad at me now. But no, Ken's the guy that I think all guys would like to be. Like, he's got his shit together. You know, he's tall. He was in the military. Like, he's got the guy thing down. Most guys like me are just like, yeah, I can never be that. So it's nice when you meet a guy like that that's not a dick. Because a lot of guys that are like that are total fucking dicks. And Ken's like a genuine nice guy who happens to also be like, yeah, I'll give him his fucking man props. Yeah. He's got that shit down. So I like that. I like that.
I would agree.
I'll live.
I'll
live.
Ken, you can absolutely come on the show. Please do come on the show. Also, I just want to really quickly remind you guys of our members goal. We are 29 members. No, we are 19 members away. 19 members away, and I will be doing a Sunday paint stream. I'll show you guys what I'm painting here in a second.
I will say this though, I do respect our soldiers.
Well, but who doesn't respect our soldiers? But you know, and maybe this is the thing that people were giving me shit about, this guy in the chat about my politics. But it's like, I respect our soldiers so much that I lost my shit when they kicked a bunch of trans people out because they were trans. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being willing to die for this country and fight for this country, but because you happen to have a certain view of what you are and who you are, you're not worthy of giving your life up for this fucking country because you love it that much? So I respect our soldiers too, Eric, but it's not performative for me. It's the real fucking deal. What up, Ken?
What up? How y'all doing?
Very good.
Appreciate you clearing that up in the chat, by the way, with me. I'm sorry we keep ending up in this weird position.
No, you're good. Like I said, unfortunately I can't ban hosts. So, because there are hosts I'd love to ban, but obviously, you know, it is what it is.
What hosts?
the whole thing with me and Becky, like, I was going to talk about it on my show tomorrow, but I'll give y'all a little bit of tea, right? So I have nothing for her. I don't hate her because I'm not going to waste my energy on hate for someone that doesn't deserve it. I just have nothing to say to her. Now, she says that I gave off this bad energy or whatever the fuck because I didn't say a word to her at Fat Camp. I had nothing to say. Because, like, legit, what do me and Becky have to talk about, right? We have nothing to talk about. And I even gave her kudos. I said when she was my manager for 2 days, she gave me great advice. And I think it's definitely helped my channel out for me being a better on-camera person to call, right? But as far as hate, I don't hate her. And as far as being a ticking time bomb, I don't give a fuck about
Okay, but
this
you,
shit enough to
but
be a
you,
ticking time
no,
bomb.
but you know or I'm fucking with you on that. I'm not talking about what Becky said. I like the idea because, like, I don't know if you heard when you were coming on that you represent for a lot of guys. Like, you're the guy people want, the other guys want to be like. Right, you got the macho shit. Don't be self-deprecating. It's true. Don't own that shit, baby. You know, you're tall.
Listen.
Well, let me finish my point. So my point is that people like me, we have to find an Achilles heel on people like you. So in my fantasies, what's happening in my head is he can't be that perfect of a dude. So he's got to have some fucking skeletons, and he's going to fucking snap and lose his shit. That's my point. I can't speak to what Becky was talking about.
No, that's fine, and I get it, right? And when we talked about it in main chat, I understood, and I accepted your apology, and I was like, yeah, we're good. I get it. 100% get it. But to think, like, I'm just going to snap and just, like, kill somebody, like, that's not going to happen in Minecraft, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen.
Are you actually saying people think that's a true... Is that a Becky thing or a me thing? I don't actually think you're going to snap.
That's a
Oh,
Becky
okay,
thing.
okay.
She's scared of me and don't want to be around me, like, because I didn't speak a word to her. And she said she felt this hate off of me. The thing is, that's her problem. That she needs to figure that out. I have nothing to do with that. And just because everyone was nice to her, everyone said all this nice shit to her when she was there, I had nothing to say, so I didn't engage in a conversation with her. Now, something about me I was raised with, by my mother is always stay humble, right? So I try to be a very humble individual. And people give me kudos, people want to give me props, and I fully accept it, and I truly do appreciate it. But I never want it to get to my head to the point where I think I'm untouchable. Because I've said this too, you put me and Becky next to each other and compare, I'm gone like that. Keem would get rid of me so quickly before her. And I'm not even going to fight that battle because I've also said you can't argue her analytics, you can't argue her donos, and I can't touch that with the 10-foot pole. I just can't, right?
The boss is here.
What's up, boss?
Hello.
That's not true. If you and Becky were hanging off the edge of a cliff, I'm saving fucking Ken.
He had to come to
I
correct.
appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
I
appreciate it.
That's not true.
Yeah,
you want to know why, Ken? I know 100% you got my back. I know you got my back. So as a man, motherfucker, I got your back.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's all.
I just try to go ahead. Okay. I just try to be the best person. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask one thing. Like, if Becky wanted to have even on air or off air sit down conversation with you to try to clear things up, would you be willing to do that?
100% I'll do it. I'll do that. And people want to give me hate and people want to still bring up the wing stuff that I could have done more or I'm a bitch because I didn't do more. I don't care about that because y'all weren't there and you don't understand what was going on and what was going on in my head the entire time. So the fact that Kelly screamed my name out like that haunted me because I was like, fuck, I let her down, right? I have to live with that. No one else does. So, the fact that I did what I could, I did what I thought was best. If that wasn't good enough, I'm sorry. And if people want to dogpile on me,
I
they
want
can
to stand up
dogpile
for you
on
in
me.
that.
I don't care.
I need to stand up for you in that because people are not realizing also how big of a guy Wings is and how much of a situation it would have been in if you did more. I don't fault you for what happened in that situation because nobody knows what the emotions were, how things were heated, and like, you do not understand what it's like to have a giant 400-pound man barreling toward you. I felt like Ken did what he could in that moment, and I just want to say that. Also, we have 2 donations really quickly. Gaffa Garen with the 5 said, Ken, love you being on the show, but you better stop going no hands. Stay safe. Also, you better taste test for Cordyceps coffee. I'm not drinking it.
When is that coffee going?
I will, just for you, Zay. Just for you, I will.
We also
When is that coffee coming?
I think it said it was in March. I want to say the 26th or 28th. I can't remember which one offhand, but I'll double check the docket. And we have Danny DeLito with the 9.99 who said, I have absolutely no respect for Becky. She uses victim mentality and uses it to get her way. She manipulates, she argues to attack a man's family, then plays victim. Is bad, no Becky.
All I want to say is,
Beautiful.
for Keemstar, I bet he would have Ken's back. But my guess is before he pulled either one of them up off the cliff, he would basically take donations for whoever he wanted to save. It's true. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying he would be like, hey, I'd like to save Ken, but business is business. So the first 500 donos we get for Becky or Ken, that's who gets saved. And he knows it's true, and good for him. That's America, baby. That's America, baby. You know?
God damn.
I wouldn't go that far, but I understand what you're saying. But no, I don't want to take up too much of your screen time. Cafe is going to be on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm going to talk more about this, but it's going to drop a little bit. And again, Zay, nothing personal towards you. If I ever say anything, it's not to you. If I have a problem, I will say it to you, okay?
Appreciate
Or you will
that.
hear me say Zay, blah, 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 okay?
Mm-hmm. Appreciate that.
You're really a multitasker
No,
person, because I never seen a person that good at driving without hands.
And a stick shift, remember that.
Oh.
And it's a stick shift? That too? God damn.
He's getting risky out
You
there.
damn right. I'm a jack of all trades, baby.
Well, thank you
All right,
so
y'all.
much
Have
for
a good
coming
one.
on,
Take
Ken.
care.
Really appreciate it.
Bye-bye. Later, y'all. Take care.
Also, we have Midnight Rider with 199 said, yeah, I can't say that actually. Reading that donation, I'm not going to say that. That's a little crazy.
But is it a bad word?
No.
You did miss the bro that survived, but I just did what he wanted me to do anyway. I've never thought about this, and I did it yesterday on my stream, and I just want you to know.
I did it.
Oh, I did too. I just ate your boogers and Ken's boogers and Erik's boogers.
It was good.
It's
How
the
does my
most.
boogers taste?
They taste a little bit like somebody who needs pot. There you go.
God damn. Yeah,
Goddamn right.
okay.
Getting spicy with it. So
Goddamn right.
we've been through a lot of hot takes today. We had the Jaffe and Ken beef kind of settled. Well, I know you guys settled it.
Oh, beef.
People
Yeah.
thought there was beef though, so.
People want there to be beef, and maybe that's what you mean about the drama. You got to play that shit up. I understand. But I will let you go. But I would like to say in the chat, I'm loving Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's the most immersive game ever made. I don't know why you would assume I'm not playing that game. It's fucking brilliant. You guys have a good
a lot
weekend.
of games I need to play this year.
I'll be tuning into
you
your
guys are-
stream. I'll be promoting it on the Discord.
Please do. And, we'll be back next week as far as I know. So we'll see you guys soon. Have a great, fun, nerdy weekend. Are you guys watching any motion picture shows? I'm excited for Minecraft. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm going to go watch Minecraft in the motion picture house. It looks, even if it's a piece of shit, it looks like a delightful, weird fucking Willy Wonka movie that is just going to be dumb if it's bad. So, what are you seeing a movie this weekend? Are you guys seeing a nerdy movie?
Nothing this weekend. The next one I want to see is Elio when it comes out.
I want to go
Elio's
see
Pixar?
Thunderbolts.
Oh, that's not out yet, though. Thunderbolts isn't today, is it?
No, it's coming out in May.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good. The trailer looks pretty good for that, actually. So, excellent. Okay. All right, fellas, be well, be safe, and thank you for having me. I sure do appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you so much for coming.
Bye, fellas. Anytime. Bye, guys.
Well, that actually he went by pretty quick. Hey, we've been doing this for like almost two hours.
Yeah, I know. I was like, whoa, we made it so far so fast. Okay, so.
And we were nervous about today's show.
All right. So now that we've got a little break in the chaos, I need to remind you guys, we have a members goal for you all. Otherwise, you're not going to be seeing us on Monday. If you want to see me this Sunday and you want to see Eric here chatting it up with me while I paint you guys, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to paint you. Hold up. I'm going to show exactly what I'm going to paint for you guys. This was requested by our top donator from, I think, last time or 2 streams ago. I will be painting for you guys this little Toadette from Paper Mario. So, if you guys want to see me do that on stream, then we are 19 members away. Otherwise, I will still be painting it and doing that for members goal sometime for next week.
How much donuts for Big Chungus?
He said how much. If we get to 50 members, I'll also do Big Chungus on stream.
Yeah,
For Eric.
let's go.
So with this, oh my god, sorry. My phone keeps like locking and unlocking on me.
Did you have Face ID on it?
Yeah, I have Face ID, but it keeps like not working on me, and I need it like open to see the chat and then also be able to communicate with the docket members.
Yeah, it does that to me too.
Yeah. So you gave your show rankings. The one thing I didn't do yet was give my show rankings. So,
what is your show rankings then?
I'm gonna start with best to worst. Best show? I'm torn. I'm actually torn on this one a little bit. It's between live. I would say live. I would just say live just because that's what brought me in here. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
Final, thank you for gifting 1 Lil Calendar membership. That takes us to 18 away from the painting stream. And 30? I don't know. Another number. Whatever 50 members is. I'm so bad at math. Please. I can't take doing math on stream. Okay, yeah. So best being Lil Cal live. I would say next up is Rewind.
Gotta support Baby Billy.
Oh, shit. Gaffagarian just gifted 5
World,
Lil-Cal Nerd memberships. James
Welcome to
FMC
Band World,
just
buddy.
gifted 5 Lil-Cal Nerd memberships. My member counter is going to go up, and then I will tell you how many away we are. Okay. 20 is the number we're at, I think. No? Still going up?
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
Okay, 22 I think is where it's settled, so I think we need 8 more. 8 more, and then I will do the Toadette on stream, and if we can get to 50 members, I will be painting Big Chungus on stream for Eric.
Yes.
So, okay.
Let's go.
Locale Live being best. Oh my god, Lily Masai just gifted 5
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
You guys don't want me
Welcome
to finish
to Band
this
World,
list?
buddy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I think that's 3 away from Toadette, and then that means we will be doing a stream this weekend. Woo! Otherwise, we weren't going to be doing one. No days off. Okay, so Locale Live, Rewind. I'm not putting our show on the list because, yeah, I've already given critiques on our show.
Yeah.
I'm on limbo on the 3rd show. I want to say Aussie. I actually want to say Aussie. They've grown on me
Welcome
a
to
lot.
Band World, buddy.
Baby Bug just
Welcome to
gifted
Band
5
World, buddy.
Look How Nerds memberships, which means we will be doing a stream this Sunday, Eric.
Oh, joy. Hey, okay. Hey, well,
All
we
right.
better find something for Sunday.
Well, we're painting. We're painting and yapping. We're going to yap and paint.
Okay.
You can paint something too if you want. I'm sure they would love it.
I'm not a good painter, so I'll just yap.
50 members is going to be Big Chungus. Big Chungus painting. That's for Eric. So, if we get to 50 members, I will also paint both Paper Mario, Toadette, and Big Chungus. Midnight Rider with the 199 said, "What do you think when people call you the skinny Becky?" So, I've had conversations with both Becky on and off the screen. You know, I've considered this alliance, obviously. Now, I do think there are similarities in some of the ways we react to situations, but I would say I think we're vastly different people.
Welcome to Band World,
I think
buddy.
people just say that because I had a crying, screaming crash out on stream. I'm aware. I know what I did. It's fine. Will I have another one? Probably. I don't know. I can't control my emotions on some days. That's fine.
20 donuts for or say hey crash out.
I'm not guaranteeing them a crash out. It's gotta happen when it happens. You know how upset I was that day because I was crashing out before the show even started, after the show started. That whole week, Eric can tell y'all, I was crashing out.
Oh no, she actually was crashing out. No, way worse. Trust me on that.
Yeah, y'all think you saw the real crash out on stream? Poor Eric saw the real crash out off stream.
And I have to go like, hush, little Zay, everything will be fine. And just trust in the process.
I swear to you, for like a week, every day, you would text me, be like, "Are you feeling okay today?" Just to make sure.
Like, no, I was legitimately worried for a minute.
I don't blame you. I was legitimately, like, at my fucking end of my rope. I was real life crashing out. I was, like, fucking losing it. I was losing it for real. Like, I don't know. Every semblance of myself was gone.
Yeah, it was not a pretty sight, guys. Just trust me, you do not want that.
Yeah, that's true. Danny DeLito, welcome to Band World. Also, Gaffagarian with the $2 said, hit 50 members, and Eric has to paint something too.
I'm not that good of a painter, guys.
It doesn't matter how good you are. They just want to see it.
My painting's going to be more like Static in a way.
Oh, Gaffagarian said we should update the members goal. At 50 members, we should paint each other and show it at the end of the stream on Sunday. Would you be down for that?
Maybe.
We'll make that the goal. We'll make that the goal. Paint each other. I will still be doing Toadette. We'll just probably do the paintings of each other first if we hit this goal. Each other. There we go. Also, Kenny Omega, thank you for gifting 1 little counter membership. Okay, finish my ranking. So, Aussie being third under Rewind.
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
I'm going to get these out fast. So, Aussie being third under Rewind. Then I would put Queens. Then I would probably put... What are the other shows? Cafe. Then I would put... Milkers. What am I missing?
Oh, shit, I forgot Milker.
What am I missing?
I'm sorry, Savage. Don't be
Test is
bad
at the bottom. And then... what am I missing? I have no clue what you're saying. I have no clue what the other one is that I'm missing. But I think that was, like, all of them. Oh, the gaming channel doesn't count. The gaming channel doesn't count. The gaming channel doesn't count. Nobody uses that. It's not like a show. But, yeah.
I forgot about Milker. Savage, if you're watching this, I do apologize for getting Milkers on the ranking list.
Midnight Rider with the $1.99 said Eric needs to finish his Lego movie for Keem. What do you got to say about it?
Oh my god! Guys, I'm working on it when it's ready, bitch.
You fucking heard him. He said it yesterday. He said it today. It'll be fucking ready when it's ready, motherfuckers. What are you gonna do?
God damn.
Okay. So, we do have a little thing. I need to get this. Okay. Alright, so we have a fun little game for you guys for the end of our show. I'm just gonna show it to you guys. I'm just gonna show you what it is. We put Becky's head on an 8-ball.
Oh my fucking god.
We put Becky's head on an 8-ball, and we are going to ask her some of the predictions of what will happen in the LCU and see what Becky's head has to say. Also, Kenny Omega, thank you for gifting 1 Lil Cow Nerd membership. That takes us up to 35 members.
Welcome
that means
to Band World,
15
buddy.
away from painting each other on Sunday's stream. They have to be yes or no questions, Eric. So I'm going to let you ask the Becky head the first question.
Okay, will Lol Cow Nerds make it to the end of 2025?
Oh. What does she say?
And the correct answer is always yes, Keem. That's the only correct answer. And the correct answer.
Well, the correct answer is yes, Keem. That's the only correct answer.
Okay.
So literally each time we spin this, it's going to give a video response of Becky. So if you guys want to ask Becky any questions, it's a $5 donation for you to ask Becky 8-Ball Head a question. Okay, my question for the Becky 8-Ball Head, and I'm gonna rub this one for good luck. Is Test gonna make it till the end of the year? Not an ad. An ad? I'm gonna mute it for the ad. La da da. It can go black for the ad. It doesn't matter. Bruggs with the member for 1 month said test for the win. Don't be mad about the ads, okay? I don't.
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
I'm not gonna pay for YouTube Premium on this channel. I don't know.
But I feel way better, and I feel much better after doing this stream. But I feel way better, and I feel much better after doing this stream.
So she feels way better about Test potentially getting canceled. That's a vague one. That's a really
That
vague
is a
one.
vague one.
They said you picking the video? No. When I press the head, it does the video.
Okay,
It literally
so
just shakes the head and a video pops up for me every time. So if you guys want to ask a question to the Becky 8-Ball Head, it is a $5 donation. What's your next question for the Becky 8-Ball Head?
My next question is will Glammy still be on Nerds?
Let's rub it. All right. Becky 8-Ball, what do you have to say about the subject?
And the correct answer is always yes, Keem. That's the only correct answer.
The correct answer is yes, Keem. That's the only correct answer.
Okay, well.
This is for you guys in the comments who are saying, what is this? This is the Becky 8-Ball prediction. This is Becky. Becky has psychic powers. She said it herself. And Becky couldn't be here for today's stream. We did ask if Becky could be here, but she couldn't make it for today's stream. So we had to reach to outside sources. So we put her on an 8-Ball.
And it's fucking perfect.
Oh my gosh, we have 2 donations that are kind of similar, but I'm going to ask them each to Becky because they mean 2 different things. So Gaffagarian, literally 2 of the exact same one. So 2 people in the chat want to know, Gaffagarian and Midnight Rider for the $4.99. Will Eric finish his Lego movie? All right, rub it for good luck. Rub it for good luck.
But I will, and will definitely give my opinions. I'm just skipping through. Of course, but I will, and will definitely give my opinions. I'm just skipping through.
Skipping through. No opinions.
Okay, well, there's your answer, guys.
Well, I can technically ask it twice because it was donated twice, so we'll ask it again and see if she gives us a more specific answer. But we have Bruggs with the 5 Australian. Will Erik'S Lego movie be peak? Let's find out.
Potentially there could have been maybe if I played a game of chicken, but most likely not. Potentially there.
Most likely not, Eric. Your movie will most likely not be peak. Oh no, guys. How do we feel? How are we feeling? Does it make me nervous?
Oh, that hurts my soul.
All right, so now we're going to ask her for a more specific answer. Becky, will Eric ever finish the Lego movie?
Okay. So I have mixed feelings on it because
no clarification.
Oh my God.
She has mixed feelings on it.
You guys are trying to rile me up.
Danny DeLito with the $1.99 said, remember Becky lies? No. Becky has psychic powers into telling in the future. This is the Becky 8-Ball. Nothing could go wrong from the Becky 8-Ball. Okay. Kenny Omega with the $5 says, does Pharaoh got bitch blood? I don't know. Becky 8-Ball.
And the correct answer is always yes, Keem. That's the only correct answer. And the correct answer is
I love this 8-ball. This is the funniest thing ever. Yo, this is so fun. Okay, Becky 8-ball. Will me and Eric make it till the end of 2025 on Nerds?
I don't even want to talk about it. It's a very strained relationship now because of all of this. It's not good. I don't even want to talk about it. It's a very strained relationship now because of all of this. It's not good.
Whoa! Whoa! She's getting specific now. She's getting specific. Wait, would your mom like to ask the Becky 8-ball a question?
Would you like to ask the Becky 8-ball a few questions? We're doing the Becky 8-ball where we ask a few questions.
She can ask the Becky 8-ball any yes or no question, and it will predict
You can ask it any yes or no question. Why are you looking at me like I'm insane?
No, tell her it'll predict her future. Becky has psychic powers.
My mother asked, am I crazy?
No, he's not crazy. Becky has psychic powers. Trust and believe.
Becky has psychic powers.
Trust and believe.
So what do you want to ask?
One question.
Just one question.
Anything in the world.
Just one question.
Anything in the world. She can literally ask
Anything in the world.
if she's going to have a good dinner tonight. Come on, Mama Eric.
She asked if she's going to be having any grandbabies.
Oh, will Mama Eric have some grandbabies? Let's see what the Becky 8-ball has to say.
But I will, and will definitely give my opinions. I'm just skipping through.
Of
course, but I will, and will definitely
she said,
give my
of course.
opinions.
She said, of course.
Looks like you're having some grandbabies. I bet you Eric is going to be the first one to have an LCU baby after this e-dating show we have set up for him.
Dear Lord, what have I got myself into?
Wait, that's a great question. Will Eric have the first LCU baby?
So I have mixed feelings on it because
She has mixed feelings on it. A potential.
These are killing me right now. Like, oh, Jesus. Oh.
For any of you guys who want to ask the Becky 8-ball a question, it is a $5 donation. And just a
These
reminder,
questions are killing me. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
for our members goal, we are currently 15 away. Oh, and the members goal is that me and Eric on Sunday's stream that I'm already painting Toadette on, me and Eric will do a painting of each other and then show them at the end of the stream. So if you guys want to see me and Eric's rendition painting of each other, 15 more members. Also, if you want to ask Becky a question, it's a $5 dono. Your turn. Question for Becky.
Will Glammy make it to Nerds by the end of 2025?
Oh, that was more specific.
But I will, and will definitely give my opinions. I'm just skipping through. Of course, but I will, and will definitely give my opinions.
Of course.
Okay, we're getting somewhere with this.
Okay. Will Eric stay on the Nerds until the end of 2025?
Oh, I hope so.
We got freaking ad.
Goddamn ads. No, Samsung, we don't want another new foe.
Exactly. Come on, Samsung.
I feel way better, and I feel much better after doing this stream, although not, but I feel way better, and I feel much better after doing this stream, although not.
Okay. So it seems like she feels better after this stream about you staying on Nerds until the end of 2025. That was also very... Why are these answers actually good for the questions? This is throwing me off.
I have no idea. This is really throwing me off.
I feel like this is actually Becky's psychic powers channeling through the 8-ball to tell us the future. So now I need to know, Becky, will I be on Nerds till the end of the year?
So I have mixed feelings on it because no, what does that mean, Becky? What does it
What does
mean?
that mean?
What
does that mean? Am I
We're
gonna
gonna
get
have
another
to-
co-host?
We're
that
gonna have
knows
to get
OBS?
Becky on one of these days, probably Monday, and see if she can clarify some of these predictions for us and see. Because I know.
Oh my god.
We have 2 donos. So the first one is Eric scammed Keem for $4.99 said, will Eric get fired by Keem for not doing the Lego movie? Why did you make your name Eric scammed Keem? That's crazy. Okay.
A lie. We can say no to certain things, but that is a lie. We a lie.
Oh, he ain't getting fired
Oh.
by Keem. It's a lie.
I am still safe in the LCU, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody can take me down.
Big ups, Eric. We have Kenny Omega with the 5 that said, will Rastov get fired from Aussie? That's a good one. All right. Rub the head for
Okay,
luck.
let's see.
I don't even want to talk about it. It's a very strained relationship now because of all of this. It's not good. I don't even want to talk about it. It's
Oh, I feel like she was talking about Twiggy and Rastov's relationship in that one.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially like,
We have another $5 donation from Green Tard. I can probably only do like the next 4 or 5 donations because we got to get wrapping up, but I'll freaking get these out as fast as possible. Green Tard with the $5 said, did Kelly trip? I have to do it because you did tell me.
do it. Hey, Callie, we're sorry.
5. Do you think he would say yes? Sign me
yeah,
up?
totally.
5.
Well, there's
do
your
you think he would
answer.
say yes,
Kelly
sign
did
me up?
Yeah, totally.
The most sarcastic yeah totally ever. Oh my god, these are
Hey,
crazy.
Callie, if you're watching this, we do apologize for bringing that up.
I'm not gonna lie, I will ask this question from the comments just because I also want to know. Will Eric be buying the new hit game Hot Shots Golf?
Oh my fucking god! Why? Why do you people have to do this? Why?
But I will and will definitely give my opinions. I'm just skipping through. Of course, but I will and will definitely give my...
Of course you will. Of course you will, Eric. Well, it looks like we could probably do a few more. We got a little bit of time if you guys want to get a few more in there. It's a $5 donation for you guys to spin the Becky head. Oop! We have Eric scammed Keem for $4.99 who said, will Becky cry to Keem about this bit and want half the donos? That's a good one. All right. Rub the Becky head.
really unhappy with certain things. So I vacillate back and forth between the two. I'm really unhappy with certain things. So I vacillate back and forth between the two.
You know, she actually might be slightly unhappy that we threw her head on an 8 ball. So, you know, that actually would make a sense. Back and forth between it. Yeah, she might be on that.
We'll have to see about Monday.
Becky, please don't be mad. We needed your psychic powers. It wouldn't be the same if your psychic powers weren't here. Also, I need to give the world's hugest freaking shout out to Mr. Gaffagarian for making this 8 ball Becky. He is the freaking GOAT. The GOAT. Head Doca team member for a reason, y'all. And this is the very... Ooh, what were you saying? Sorry, Eric.
That hot golf question just made me want to go full crash out. I was like, Becky, why?
Well, we'll ask her for clarification if we can. All right. Well, if you guys want to get some final donos in, I could do maybe one. Oh, I did not mean to click on that. I could do maybe one more. Otherwise, oh, we have the bro who survived with the $2 that said, thank you, Zay, for that W double kill on Ken and Jaffe. What did I do? What did I do?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Okay. Well, we only have 1 minute left, so I actually am going to have to wrap up there. Thank you guys so much. If any of you guys got a dono in that I didn't get yet, I will make sure that we do it on the next stream. We could definitely do the Becky 8 ball at the end of next stream if you guys want us to, because it's going to be a Sunday stream. Eric, do you have any final words for us for today?
That threw me out of the loop when it's related to me. I'm not gonna lie. We need some clarifications, Becky.
Yeah, we'll get some Becky clarifications as soon as possible for you guys. Alrighty. Well, I'm about to move to the outro. Anything else you wanted to say for the people?
Nope. I will see you this Sunday when we do the painting stream where I get to yap a bunch.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys then. Alright, here we are. Okay, so if you guys want to get those last 15 members in somehow before the stream ends, then me and Eric will paint each other. Otherwise, I will be painting Toadette on Sunday's stream, and that will be the next time I see you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure that you go tune into Locale Milkers, which is on right now.